Hi, thank you so much for joining me. This is Jenny Oya with Nuggets and Things. Today we want to talk about the power of keys. The power of keys. You know what? I was sharing today and I said, sometimes people think what works for them should work for everybody else, but it's not true. What works for you may only work for you because it's yours. When you have possession of your house, you have control of your house. This right here, your house, your body, your being. That's your key. Your key goes to your house. You cannot take the keys that go to your house and try to open up somebody else's house. You can share with somebody what you've learned, what you've been taught, different instructions on how to cook, clean, how to build, take down, whatever it may be. You can give out those instructions because it worked for you. But those are keys for you. And it works for your house. You know, I don't care how much you love somebody, how close you are to another person. You still have to realize that the keys that have worked for you, that helps you to possess your house, control your house, get into your house, get out of your house, it's for your house. It is for you. And as much as we share things, sometimes what we share, you cannot embark and make somebody receive something they're not ready to receive. You can't make somebody want something they're not ready, to bring into their life. You can share. This is what it took for me to get from A to B. This is what it took for me to be able, to lose weight, to get myself together, to build my self-esteem, to buy my first home, to venture out into the world, whatever it may be that you're looking at to do. You can share your story. You can share your tips. You can give out, great information, but they have their own key. And their key is designed just for them. And some things that you say will work for them, but some things don't because they're not ready for it. Because somebody is not ready for something does not mean they're any less or any better than you. It just means that's not for them. It doesn't fit them. And it's okay. There are some things that people say to me, it doesn't fit me. It works for them. People give me advice all the time. Some of the advice I receive because it fits me. Oh, that's what I was looking for. I needed that. But some of the advice I get, I say, oh, wow, cool. I like that because it worked for them. But I knew it would not work for me for whatever the reason may be. And we don't have to explain that to somebody why we're not going to try that. We just say, okay, that's awesome. And I work hard. I try to work very hard to make sure that I am always, building and uplifting someone else. And I want to do that because in our world, and sometimes every day, we always can find somebody who can always tell us what we're doing wrong. It is good to know that sometimes people just accept you for who you are and right where you are. This is where you are. I know you want to see me here. I know you're trying to get me there. But this is where I am. Can you accept me for where I am and who I am today? That's it. And that acceptance helps people to be able to, to unwind, to feel comfortable. And when people feel comfortable around you, they don't mind sharing with you things that's going on in their life. They don't mind asking you for, directions, for instructions, for help. Because they feel comfortable enough with you to know that you're not there to put them down. You're not there to destroy their thoughts. You're not there to tell them what they're thinking is wrong because you can't do that. Look, whatever you're thinking is what you're thinking. And you have a reason to think the way you think. Throughout your life, you have dealt with many things, and those things have caused you to have a thinking process in which you have now continued to walk in. And that is okay for anybody, because God knows, honey. The way I think, it scares me sometimes. I wish I didn't think the way I thought. Sometimes I wish I could just, but I can't. It's how I think because of my life, my life journeys, the paths in which I have taken, the places in which I have gone, the people in whom I have met. They changed my thought process. But it's all for my good. It's always making me better. I'm comfortable with who I am, and I love my house. My house is my very being. I love my house. I love, where my house is at. how it serves me, how it protects me. This is my house. And I have my keys to my house. And sometimes people ask me, you know, how did how some you go into somebody's house and, oh, I love your furniture. Where'd you get the furniture from? Oh, they had a sale at such a place. You know, people can look at your life and love some things about you, and they ask you, how did you get that way? How did you learn, not to let things bother you? How did you get to the place where you was able, whatever it may be, they have come into your house and they have seen something that they admire and they want to have that. They want to have something just like that. And you share that with them. And then they look and they say, yeah, that's what I've been looking for. And that's absolutely awesome. It's a good thing. Every once in a while, somebody comes in and say, oh, why you got that dark paint on your wall? I would never have painted my house that way. And you didn't. You didn't paint your house that way. I painted my house this way because it fit me. See, I didn't paint my house to fit you. I painted to fit me. And this is what I love. And it makes me feel good. Now, it's kind of a little disrespectful for you to come in somebody's house and try to talk about their house. Work on yours. As long as yours make you happy, that's all we do. A person got something going on in their house you don't like. What does it have to do with you? That's their house. And if they happy with that house, who are you to try to make them change the way they got their house together? Who are you? That's their house. They like it like that. Let them enjoy it that way. They want all their blinds closed. You can't, oh, why your blinds all closed? Open up your blinds. Well, that ain't your house. Let them close them blinds, and that's what make them feel comfortable. It may make them feel safe. They may have been traumatized somewhere in their life, and they need to keep them closed. Until they get that awakening, you are not the one who's been called the gatekeeper to awaken everybody to be like you. The very keys that you have are meant for you to keep your house in order. And when we keep our house in order, I'm trying to tell you, when you really work on keeping your house in order, you ain't got no time, honey, to be running around here trying to fix somebody else's house up. You really don't. Because your house is enough for you. And every day you should be able to find something in there you got to do again. Every day. You vacuum this floor, something else falls over here, you sweeping this floor, washing dishes, whatever it may be for your house. Do that. Our keys that we have are for things that we possess and we have authority and power over. That's ours. You may have a house just like mine, live right next door to me, but you don't have the same keys. Like a car. We all went out and bought the same kind of car. We went out and bought a 2020 Toyota Camry. But our keys does not go to each other's car. We have the same model, the same make, but it changes when it goes to the ignition. Something changes. You could look alike, come from the same family, but you got different ways of how you do things. Same background, but you still do things differently. Allow people to be who they are. And if they ask you, tell me, what does it take to do what you're doing? Then they're asking you, for help. That's when you go and you pour. Say, this is what I had to do. This is what I had to do. And even though I did it this way, you may not have to do it that way. You may find a shortcut. You might find a long way. You might have to go through a whole lot more things than I did, or less. But this is what it took for me. I had to do this to get here. Now, because you asked me. But for me to come into your life and try to go in there and redesigning your life, and I'm some kind of mad scientist, I'm going to go in there and change your life around. Who am I to do that to you? And what's it saying about you that I think about you? Somewhere in my life, I don't think you are exactly who you're supposed to be or where you're supposed to be, and I need to redesign you, reposition you, relocate you, because you're not fitting my bill. And then knowing that my bill, my location, who I am, I'm working on it every day. Every day. You meet people, and I said, I work every day to be whole. Just to be whole. mind, body, soul, and spirit. I just want to be whole. And you meet people, you hope that they also are whole. But sometimes you don't get that, and it's okay. You just receive them where they are. Your job is not to try to make them be like you. Your keys are for you, and you only. Helping someone along the way is fine if they need your help, if they want your help, or if they ask for your help. But for you that want to go out there and try to make somebody be you, that's wrong. We off. And I know, because I've done it. I've done it in life. Why are you doing it like that? My mama, I do it like that because I don't make no sense. All you got to do is, but I realize, what? That's your life. You're right. That's your life. Do it your way. And I sincerely, I want it to go exactly the way that you hope it to turn out. Because I have experience does not mean that I know how it's going to turn out for you. Just because it turned out that way for me, right? So when you get your keys, and that's what you're working on every day, to make sure your keys fit your house. And when you got those keys that fit your house, it's nothing better than when you finally realize you got a home that belongs to you, and you got keys to that house. You're not in somebody else's house anymore. Trying to figure out how to do things their way. But now you got your own house. You finally know who you are. You finally know what you're supposed to do. And now you got that, you got that information, and you got the power, the authorization, that key. Go in your house and make your house beautiful. That's you. Become everything you want to be. Never look around for somebody else to complete who you are. Complete who you are because you know what you want to be. And when anyone comes a calling to you, they're coming to you because they have found you complete and where you're supposed to be. That's simple. Makes a lot of sense too, I've been on many journeys for many years, seen a lot of things, done a lot of things, been up, been down, been turned upside down. But even then, I've still made my way to finally get to a place that I can relax and be me and enjoy who I am, what I am. You look at me and you say, she's always sharing these little nuggets. You know why? Because in every village, there must be a storyteller. There must be someone who's willing to tell their story. And their story should always line up to where you're trying to go. It's information that you're listening for to help you get where you're trying to go. Somebody must tell the story. And in that story, you should be able to pick out this, you pick out that, and you're constantly picking. You say, oh yeah, that fits me, that fits me. I don't need that right there, but that's right here fits me. And that's what the storyteller does. They tell their story. They tell the story. And in the story, you find you. And when you find you, you get very happy. Because that's what you've been looking for. We're looking for, those missing pieces in our life. And when we find them, we get so excited because we finally got what we've been looking for. The quest, right, that we've been on. We're finding out, okay, I got this together. I'm working on this. I finally got that. This is good for me. Enjoy where you are. Be responsible for your keys. Because with those keys, you can do many things. You'll be surprised the doors that your keys can open for you, the places that you can get into, the people you will be allowed to be introduced to meet, and to bring into your life. Those keys are designed for you because there's so many places that they will take you. I'm telling you. Be responsible. Don't be those people that keep losing their keys. I don't know where I put my keys in. Nah, be responsible. Hold on to your keys. Know where your keys are. You worked hard for those keys. Don't just lay them down any kind of way. Don't really give them to anybody. Hold your keys because they're valuable. And they will be just what you need to get you exactly where you want to be. Know this and stand on it. This is Jenny Oya with Nuggets and Things. I want you to have a powerful day. Be blessed. Let your life forever shine. And remember, you are exactly where you're supposed to be, doing exactly what you need to do so you can be exactly who you want to be. This day, this time, and this stage in life. Hold on to your keys. Be blessed. Jenny O, yeah.